Good evening and welcome to Intwine, your number one source of news and entertainment. Today I stumble on a clip. Bill Maher's against the ladies from The View. I mean, he pretty much put them on their place because these ladies, oh my lord, they are extreme. They hate everybody that has to do with Donald Trump. Literally, everybody. You know, they usually pro-war, pro-BLM, pro all these things. If Donald Trump says white, they immediately say purple. It's ridiculous. Let me play this clip and let me know your thoughts afterwards.
I had a different question, but it struck me that in the first segment you used the term woke and you said that woke is what was sort of ruining everything. And I know that you're
No, I didn't say ruining everything. I said that's why Trump could get reelected.
that's why Trump could get reelected.
Yeah.
So the term woke has been.
He's right. He's right. All this wokeism, all this pushing sexualization of the schools, all this I can do whatever I want, men's in women's sports, all this stuff gave Trump momentum. And here we are. Trump is the president today.
Been, in my view, co-opted by the right and weaponized and bastardized. And so I was surprised to hear you use the term because historically, as you know, because I think you're quite brilliant, that woke is a word used by the black community to note that we must be aware of social.
You guys notice she touching her face and her forehead like she wants to say something so bad to this man, to Bill Maher. So bad. She was like, how dare you? And you know, but she had to be really careful. She had to be really careful because she's not talking to a Republican there. She's talking to a fellow Democrat.
Injustices.
But words
and so
migrate.
why is that a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing, and originally that was absolutely a great thing. Alert to injustice. Who's not for that? But words do migrate. Now, I'll use any term you want.
Okay.
Because maybe that is a word that's triggering, and so let's not use that word. I don't know, want to call it the super far left, but don't tell me the left
Or maybe the super far right.
Well, he's
Well,
talking about the left. Well, then
Okay,
I'm woke.
but we talked about that. I mean, I think we agree about the danger of the super far right, and I can't say it enough. I think they're the bigger threat. But don't tell me that the left hasn't changed. I mean, I'm old enough to remember when it was the conservatives who hated the Jews.
Yeah.
Okay.
The left did change. The Democratic Party is no longer the party for the people, for the middle class. It's no longer that. The Democratic Party has become the party of war, the party of sexualization of our kids, the party of open borders. It has become so radical. The people got tired of it. Tired. And voted Donald Trump right back into office.
Okay. That was a joke. But,
Too dark. Too dark.
Well, maybe it is, but it's true. I mean, if I had any doubt that I was right about the change that's happened in the left, watching people protest for a terrorist organization like Hamas, that straightened me up pretty quick.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you about that because
Him and a lot of people. When you have the Democratic Party pretty much allowing people to call the genocide of Israel from the river to the sea, kill everybody and all that stuff, right here on Washington, D.C., waving the Hamas flag all over. And these ladies, they never said anything about that. They never complained. Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, they never complained. In fact, they were waving the flags, of gay people in the White House. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. One thing is that you support a group which so quote unquote has been oppressed by I don't know who, because as far as I can tell, nobody has a problem with being gay or all that stuff. Nobody. But they push it so much. They push it to our kids. They push it to the government. They push it to every institution that we know, to the point that we exploded.
Because I think you're almost a free speech absolutist. You believe totally
Yes.
in the right to say what you believe. But I think a lot of us were disturbed to see terrorist flags being waved on American college campuses and seeing this a generation that some I think genuinely care about the plight of the Palestinians. I think most Americans do. But some who seem to be embracing a terrorist organization over the nation of Israel. What do you make of this moment? What do you think it's a result of? How do we fix it?
Well, I mean, it's just astounding to me that they can't tell the good guys from the bad guys. I mean, just morally. I mean, let me tell you, if you're for Hamas, just live in Gaza for a day. And I'm not talking about while the war is on. I mean, before the war. Trust me, you would go running and screaming and begging to live in Tel Aviv, a place that has your values. I mean, women have no, I mean, this is a show watched by a lot of women. Women have no rights in this place and a lot of majority Muslim countries around the world. I mean, there is no equal rights as far as speech, dress, opportunities for education, reproductive rights, freedom from sexual violence, freedom from sexual harassment.
The LGBTQ community as well.
Yes.
You that too. But you.
You guys remember the Gays for Gaza? I mean, ridiculous. They know that if you are homosexual, male or female or whatever, over there, that's a death sentence. They will literally hang you just for being gay. You are dead. On the other hand, if you go to Israel, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen because they have the same values of their American values. Exactly the same.
You throw around the term apartheid. There is a gender apartheid in a lot of the world where women are second-class citizens at best.
Are you at all concerned about the innocent civilians that have been collectively punished and murdered, largely children and women?
Of
and are
course.
you at all concerned about the fact that the International Criminal Court just today issued a subpoena for Bibi Netanyahu?
Well, that's ridiculous, but it's a war.
Why?
It's a war. Because it's a war and they were attacked and they're defending themselves. Now, this is a war. Do you think Hamas needs to be destroyed? This is the question.
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
So how can we do that with a ceasefire?
All right. So Hamas needs to be destroyed because they are a terrorist organization who say openly that they want to commit genocide on the Jewish people, on the state of Israel. That's what from the river to the sea means. Okay? And they say it very openly. They said, we did this attack. They've attacked Israel 5 times. They've started 5 wars since they were given that land back. They could have chosen to turn that place into any place they wanted to, and they took a lot of money that they took from the international community and they spent it on bombs and guns and building tunnels. So if they need to be destroyed, how do we do that? It's a war. I don't know how to do that, and you don't know how to do that.
But are you
I assume the
concerned about
Israeli.
innocent lives?
Of course, everybody is, but that's what happens in a war. Here's a way to stop that: stop attacking Israel.
He spelled so much truth there. It's a war. Israel didn't start the war at all. These people came in, killed thousands of Israelis. I'm talking about innocent people, right? Bareheaded, children, and a whole big etc. Gruesome images. Israel responded. In a war, you don't respond with flowers. You respond with missiles and bullets, and that's what's going on. It is too bad that Hamas is shielding themselves with innocent people in front. And in a war, a lot of casualties will happen. A lot of innocent people will die. It's a war. It's a war. That's why today, Biden, before he's going home, he's playing with allowing Zelensky to throw missiles to Russia. I mean, ridiculous. Instead of just staying put, do not start World War III. No, 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 no. They want to start World War III before Trump gets into office now in January. It's ridiculous. They're doing this on purpose, you know, to hand Trump a mess. A mess. That's what's going on right now. And it's embarrassing. And if the Democratic Party doesn't change their policies and the way they behave, they will never be back in power. Never. People like me will never vote for them. Absolutely not. No way. No way. They put it in harm my kids, my way of living, everything. Everything that I know, they put in harm's way. Everything. So I'm gonna leave it up to you. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, and I see you in the next video. Ciao.